encampassess, a channel that talks about ways in how we can be better. And today's topic is exciting. It's about faithfulness in marriage, but it will focus on ways how you can really know that this person is out of order. The person you have, whether your husband or your wife, is out of order. What are those signals that will enable you know that this person is out of order? But before that, I would want to bring you to the Word of God, because it's the one that I usually derive wisdom from. And what does it talk about? Because I know that when we come to Hebrews chapter 13, it says that marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, and God will judge their adultery and all the sexual immoral. Again in Proverbs chapter 6:34, but a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. It also continues in Matthew, when you go to Matthew chapter 5:28. But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Those are verses to reflect on, which shows how God sees adultery or cheating or infidelity. But today we are going to look at those signals that you should look out to really know that this person is out of order. We know the order of marriage. So how do we know that this person is getting out of order? We already talked about in Proverbs 12:22 in our previous episode that the Lord detests lying lips. So one of the ways that you would know that the person is out of order is when you start sensing or detecting lies in their speech, in their actions, and the things they do. But one of the things is where you find your partner, whether a woman or wife, is guarding their phone. You know, someone prioritizing their phone or guarding their phone above their marriage. You find someone is guarding, either they have put in passwords, or they are, every time they have received a call, they're hiding. They have received a text, they are either deleting it. They are always safeguarding to a point that you will find some spouses will end up, even wherever they are moving, they are going to the washrooms, they are moving with their phone. They cannot leave their phone on table or anywhere for even 1 minute. If they are sometimes when they know that this person who is calling is not in line with marriage and they are in your presence, what they usually do is they will silence, or they will receive and lower the volume of so that your spouse will not know who is speaking. Is it a man? Is it a gentleman? Or they will only be comfortable to receive calls when they are away from you. If they are not near you, they will receive any call without restriction. But when they are within the vicinity where you are, they will pretend not to receive the call, either to reduce the volume, either to mute the call, or even they would reach a point to inform those people that never call me when I am home. Never call me when I am home. And some cases, when they are overcalling, they usually send them texts to say that, why do you call me when I am still home? So when you see your partner tries to protect or hide their phone or guard their phone, that is one thing that should reawaken your spirit to pray, reawaken your spirit to know that this person is going off guard. The other way or other lighters that will indicate that this person is out of order of marriage is where you'll find that some cases the person will disappear. What do I mean by disappear? You'll find someone will not be reached. You send a message, they will not see it. You call, they will not even respond. And then they might even, when they call, or when you call and they are able to receive after they have done whatever they have done or visited the person they wanted to visit, or then they will say, but they start accusing, you're not giving me freedom, you're controlling me, something like that, you're not trusting me. Then you need to know that will give you an insight that there is something which is not right. The other way is if you see that your relationship, your sexual relationship is diminishing, especially when you're married. I'm now talking in the context of marriage. When you see that your sexual relationship is diminishing, you find someone, a week will end, a month will end, another month will end, another month will end, and there's no sexual relationship, and yet you are married people. Then there is a possibility that this person may be intimate with someone out there, and by the time they come to your place or they come back home, they are already satisfied. They are already satisfied. So take note of that and pay attention to that, and that is a sign to let you know that there's something that is getting out of order, all that is in order. When you see someone is changing the way of doing things, the person has been finishing their work at 6 and are expected to be home, and then you find someone is now coming back at midnight. Jam has become jam. Upcountry travels have become upcountry contracts. When you see someone like they are always abrupt, someone has called me, I need to go and do this. At our workplace, they want us to go here. They want us to do this. Then you realize that there is something that is not in order. When you see that there is a change in the schedule of this kind of person, the person has been maybe spending weekend at home, but now is not spending weekend. When you find that when someone at their workplace, they are given leave, but they never even, if this is a person who works up country, they are given leave, and you see that a person, year in, year out, they are never having leave to be at home, then you realize that there is something wrong or something that is out of order, because you reach a point to even ask yourself, suddenly there are sudden changes that will happen, and then you realize that there is a problem. Of course, changes to do the fact that the person will now become too busy, and say, I am busy, I have to do this, I have to do that, I am busy. It's even Sunday, you're supposed to go to church, and the person tells you, I'm busy, but I need to do this, I have this person's work to do. You see, in my workplace, you see, we are supposed to be working at night, you see, 24/7, the person has demands that are always priorities and he ceases to see family as a priority, then you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention. And then also, when you start looking at different changes, like maybe when you were beginning to date and etc., the person would feel good moving with you, walking with you, touching you in public, etc. And then you start seeing that they are now tending to be away from you, that even when you take a photo, you'll see that previously the person would even hold, but now the person doesn't even. You find themselves pocketing in a picture, in a family photo. Please take note of that. And as a child of God, don't cease to pray and let God take charge. So if you're out there and you are faced with such a challenge, I pray that may God intervene, because God is the source. He's the beginning of marriage. From the time he brought Adam and Eve on earth, that was the beginning of marriage. And may the intended purpose of marriage be seen in such circumstances, and let God take charge. God bless you, and thank you for listening.